So, what's been going on in your lives?
Have you seen they've taken a picture of a black hole?
Yes! I saw that earlier today. It's quite impressive.
No.
Pretty damn impressive. So it's
Okay.
oh, how far away was it? I can't remember. It was very, very far away. It was in another galaxy.
Yeah.
Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
I think it might have been in M87.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
It was because
I
I
drove
remembered
down that to get to Western one week, I think.
I remembered it because it's the galaxy that New Earth is in Doctor Who.
Okay.
How far away is it? We just don't know.
Very far.
The thing I love is that there's also a picture going around of the woman who programmed the code to take the picture of it.
Oh,
And when you see the photo of her like looking at the picture of the black hole, she is so ecstatic, and I love that.
yeah, it's great. I thought you were going to say the picture of because the amount of data was so large, they couldn't send it via the internet, so they had to put it on hard disks and transport them to the data processing facility.
Yeah.
And let me find
pixel by pixel, like one pixel every hard disk.
black hole.
I mean,
hard
it was
disk.
like 6 petabytes or something like that,
Nice.
which was an insanely large amount of
yeah,
data.
but there's this image of, I can't find it now because it's such a generic thing to search for, but she's basically got like 6 stacks of about 10 hard disks, and that's how much
Hang on,
data
I've
there
got
was.
it.
Ah, cool.
Ooh.
There we go.
There we
Okay.
are.
Oh, Jesus. Fair.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of hard disks.
Yeah, like I said, about 6
Oh,
petabytes,
Yeah.
which is a lot.
Yeah.
It's like 3 million gigabytes or something like that.
Oh, huge. It's also so the if you look at the picture of the black hole, the entire solar system fits in like the middle quarter of it.
Yeah.
It's amazingly
It's-
huge.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Reach.
And of course, people have immediately turned it into a meme.
Yeah. So that the picture I just put up there isn't a lot, but if you go and look at the tweet and look at the pictures, it'll make more sense. If you click the link.
Which one? The
The Twitter link.
Tico link?
I approve. I love how people have just taken this and run with it. It's fucking brilliant.
Okay. Okay.
Did not see that coming. I like that one.
So yeah, this was M87, but then they've also taken a photo of Sagittarius A, which is the supermassive black hole at the center of our own galaxy.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Sagittarius, say?
but because Sagittarius A,
Seriously?
but because
Nani?
that's what you hear as you go over the event horizon.
No, you go halfway across it, you hear it, and then it just catapults you to the other side.
Catch you over to Sagittarius B.
Yeah,
Like a link,
Yeah, pretty much.
link way between them. It's like fast travel on a game.
yeah, that's what black holes are. Yeah, but it's because it's nearer. They've got much bigger pictures of it, so it's taken a longer time to get the data.
Yeah. It's downloading 1 pixel line at a time like that episode of The Simpsons.
Yeah, yeah. And then like the what's it, Homer's Web Wizard advert pops
Yeah.
up in the middle of it, whatever he calls it.
Ooh, Captain Janeway.
Well, I can't find the Sagittarius.
Anyway, come on. Sorry.
What?
Janeway Drummond.
Magnum.
Yvonne Niage.
Subliminal, liminal, and superliminal. What's superliminal? Hey, you! Join the Navy! Okay. Lieutenant LT Smash.
Such a good episode, that one.
It's great.
They don't rhyme like that anymore.
No, they definitely don't. That's why people don't like it anymore. Magic. So that's what I've been excited about this week.
So,
Apart from Brexit, obviously.
it's been extended till the 31st of October.
subject to conditions.
And it may even be extended longer. At what point is everyone just going to... At this point in the car ride, it would be like, you're either accepting it now or you're going home and not having a Brexit at all.
they keep on talking about the will of the people, but
It's not anymore.
About 30% of the people who voted leave wanted no
Are
deal.
dead.
Yeah, so it's like the only way to say that we're definitely carrying out the will of the people is to have preferential voting where you rank them.
Yeah.
So then you arrive at a consensus, and the government can actually say this is what people want, rather than just guessing based on a vague and arbitrary question 3 years ago. But,
Yeah, and they should really just do it. They should have another referendum because so much new information has come out in the time between then.
Yes.
Basically, everything the Leave campaign was built on was a fucking lie.
Yes.
I mean, how much does Brexit cost us now?
At least 3.
It's like 400 billion or something like that. Or it's a stupidly high number. Imagine if we spent that on the NHS instead.
Oh, what a bizarre thought.
I know, right?
Oh dear.
Politics.
So yeah, that was politics. Politics chat there. Did you know, Ozzy?
I know.
And did you know, Richard, that
But less are you, Richard, because you're not as important as me, obviously.
obviously.
I mean, clearly, that's why he preferenced you first.
Well, I was just balancing it out because I've just been speaking to Richard for the past couple of minutes, so I was like,
Okay,
"Oh, Ozzy, it's
okay.
your turn to be first on the list." But Richard's also here.
That's fair, carry on.
a split second
I'm
behind
waiting
you.
with bated breath now.
Did you know that they're doing a VR version of the Breath of the Wild? And by VR version, I mean a pair of cardboard goggles you can put a
yeah.
Switch into.
You know, I
Yeah.
have seen, I'm going to look at videos when it comes out, see what it's like, and then I will debate whether to get it myself. Because, well, no, okay, so that's not giving me hope. I was hoping they'd maybe change the game so that it's in first person,
They wouldn't do
and
that.
then you're actually walking about. They, like, code it so it's basically the exact same game, but the camera's just within Link.
Yes, that would make more sense.
So then it's like you're actually walking about as Link. If it's like that, I might get it.
Because otherwise,
if
it's
it's
like
not
you're.
Jog on. It's like I'm just holding the Switch close up to my eyes, which is what I kind of do anyway, because I need glasses.
It's like you're the guard. You're what is his name? Gargravar, the guardian of the total perspective vortex, just floating around Link, guiding him on his way.
No, it's worse. It means I'm Navi.
Oh yes.
See, the thing is, from the pictures and the trailer, it's not actually explaining how it's in VR.
It's not
Yeah.
really.
Because the way that the Mario trailer looks
Yeah.
kind of implies that it's in second person.
Okay.
So
Well,
like,
It's
second
just really
person.
close up and attached to your face.
so like you're watching you're like in
Watching
the world,
yourself control it, yeah.
but
You're
you're
a spectator watching Mario do his doodly doo.
That's third.
Exactly,
That's third
yeah.
person. Actually, why is
No.
second person? First person is.
First person is looking through the eyes. Third person is looking at you controlling it, but this isn't you looking at it. This is you in the world watching you control something else.
That I still don't get it. Are you saying that when you play the game, you'll see yourself sat in the world holding a controller playing?
No, as in like
Does third person work for games? Does third person only like work for stories where there's a third narrator that isn't you?
Well, I thought third person was where you watch your character walking along, you like over the shoulder, or is that
Okay.
second person?
so like first person is apparently the I/we perspective, so that's you
Yeah,
experiencing.
we.
Third
this
person
is the one that
is-
we're all agreed on.
Third person is he, she, it, they,
yeah,
and second person is you.
yeah, but that doesn't
But
make
how
any
does that-
sense.
Yeah, no, that,
So
that's,
you
that's
walk
in
along this
literature.
area, you see this. So to me, it's just like
Well, either way, if I'm inside Link when they bring it
Whoa,
out, then
whoa,
I will
whoa.
happily buy it because
Two
that's
boys,
been a
one Link.
dream of mine since I was like 13 years old.
I'm sure it was.
Think about what he could do with those ears. I don't
God, that
think
would help the thought. No, I can't go there.
I don't think there is such a thing as a second person shooter. In a second person shooter, you'd control the player character but see things from the perspective of like an NPC.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a game like that. I swear there is a game like that.
Okay. I get what you're saying now.
What was it called?
Yeah, I'll wait to see what the videos are like, and then I'll decide whether to splash out 50 odd quid for a piece of cardboard.
Yeah. But do you get what I mean by that sort of setup? That
Yeah.
you're in the world, but you're not directly behind the character Link.
I see.
You're just sort of in the world, controlling something else in the world.
But that's still third person. That just means you can move the camera.
Yeah.
A second person would be you're actually a different character that you have no control over.
I suppose.
It would be like the worst version of an on-rail shooter ever, wouldn't it? Like this horrible reverse version.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Res 4, bring it.
Like you're,
or Res 3.
So like you're controlling Link, but your camera is in the eyes of a Stalfos that just decides to run somewhere else, and then you can't see what you're doing.
And the camera fucks off. Or like if you're Navi. And you're like walking around.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what you are anyway.
Yeah.
But that would be interesting for a stealth game where you don't see through your own eyes of your character, but you've got to use the vision of everyone within the town you're in or whatever to try and something like that. Or
I swear there was a game that did that.
But
it's
like, I know what second person would be like. It'd be like wearing the Torchwood goggles, maybe. The Torchwood eye things.
I don't know what that is.
Where, where they sort of like, they can see what Gwen or whoever is wearing the contact lenses is seeing, but they're not actually inside Gwen controlling her. They're just sort of sat at a computer elsewhere watching what she sees. Maybe? Or have I gone completely off my rails?
I think you would play as an NPC. Like if it was a shooter, you'd play as one as the enemy. Play as one of the enemy.
There's a game called Screen Cheat, which is similar to that.
Okay, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's like
a split screen, but
it's a split screen thing. But you can't see your own character on your screen. You can only see it on the other person's screen.
That is a second person shooter.
Yeah,
we've cracked the
code.
Yes,
I knew it existed.
That was capping, not
okay.
And I suppose technically Mario 64 is a second-person adventure game because you're playing as Lakitu, who is following you around with the camera.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
And if
Mario 64 is a second-person game,
and if Navi is as we all know, if Navi is the main character of Ocarina of Time, then that's also second person.
I don't know when. Like, as soon as you said that, I grabbed the microphone as if I was grabbing my ears to block it out, and then I realised afterwards, like, hold on,
what?
Grabbing the microphone isn't going to block out what I'm hearing.
Like your hand comes out of my microphone and covers my mouth.
Just slaps me across the face.
Like, I was trying to psychically just like block the audio from the microphones through the internet or something.
Absorb it through your hands and like dispense it out the window or something. Like a Pez.
I sort of did it, realised I'd grabbed the microphone and was sort of like, okay, what? Why? Why have I A, just grabbed the microphone and made a bad noise, and B, what was the point?
That's like when in Digimon where you covered up the screen and I tried to see over you by lifting the controller up.
Yeah.
That only works on the Wii U. Can I just point something out with this picture of the Switch?
You can.
Used for the
Google yeah.
In the past, they've always shown these promo images in the ideal setup for playing these games. So to me, it implies that you have the Switch like on your face and you're holding the controllers like by your ears.
yeah, obviously.
Like you can still play it in that mode, but you're not supposed to play it with the things off.
I'd assume they'd attach some kind of string or elastic to your head, and then you have to have the controls in your hands.
Yeah.
Well, the thought did cross my mind when I saw the picture, but I thought it might be a safety thing because otherwise it'd be too heavy and it might like fall off your face or drag your neck down or something.
True.
So they want you to hold on to it.
If they can get it If they can do this convincingly, when the hell are they going to do Arms VR?
Which one's Arms?
Yeah.
The punching game. Which
vague-
you actually have.
vaguely
You
remember
actually
it.
have to have like the Joy-Cons in each hand, and you use them to punch.
Okay.
Okay,
And you
a
have to, like-
Switch game I've not played.
Yeah, you have to like dodge by turning to one side. But if you
Now-
could do that with the actual head tracking, how cool would that be? Like an actual first-person boxing game.
Is it first? Oh, it is first. I was going to ask if it was first,
Yeah.
second, third, or fourth person.
What the hell's fourth person?
I don't know.
Fifth person.
You control every character at once.
And yet none of them. That's
Oh.
an
Wait,
RCS.
no. Yeah, that's it. In real time.
Okay, that's fourth person. We've got it.
What's fifth person then?
Oh. Game of Thrones is back this weekend.
Yeah! Back on Monday.
Remember the deal. If we can make it to next generation, I'll give a series or two of Game of Thrones a chance.
Yeah. So part of me lives in hope.
Stick by that if we do.
Okay, fair enough. I'm living in hope that Gura Martin will use the big hype about Game of Thrones to announce when Winter is coming out. But
Nah.
the more realistic part of me thinks that he's just going to take it to his grave, isn't he?
Probably.
It'll wind up being one of those Douglas Adams things where he dies where it's half finished and someone else just comes in and tries to finish it.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think it would. I think he said that if he
Yeah.
dies, it's just not going to happen.
On his deathbed, he's literally there with the script and he just burns it.
Yeah. But that's annoying because I feel like he's probably almost finished. He's just trying to make it perfect because there's so much pressure to make it perfect. Just bloody release it, mate. Get it out. Get it out, get it in. Let me begin. I'd be more hyped for the book release than the series.
And then just do what everyone
Yeah.
else does and retcon it in the next book.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. There's another book coming out afterwards. So I'm really hoping he's writing both of them at once.
Just double-handed.
Yeah. And his feet going as well.
Like, I kind of do that where I'll write some parts of one episode of a series and then I'll write some parts of another episode.
Yeah.
So I'm about 80% done with my episode 1 of Doctor Who fan films, but I've already started writing bits of episode 2 because I know what that's going to be about. So I can kind of mix and match. As long as you've got the overarching plot planned out, you can kind of choose bits to write from.
Is the thing, and this is what Robert Jordan did with Wheel of Time as well, which he died before that was finished. He had the whole story and then wrote different bits of it at different times. So
You come up with the plot before you write the story, sort of thing.
So for Brandon Sanderson, who came in to finish the series, a lot of the climax at the end of the series was already written. A lot of the important stuff was
You
already
just had
written.
to fill in the gaps,
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. Yeah. So that's what I'm
You
hoping
see,
will
that
happen with
seems a
Game of
bit
Thrones.
better, yeah.
Yeah. And I honestly,
Just because, yeah.
I didn't realize that Gurr Martin had said he wasn't going to let it come out, but part of me was, before I knew that, part of me was thinking it kind of might be better if he died. Not in like a way I hope he dies. Obviously, I don't hope he dies, but if he did, the
Give
book
up,
might come out quicker.
Old man, give it to someone else.
Yeah. But anyway, so we'll have next week, Ozzy. I'm afraid will be Game of Thrones chat.
I don't mind a little bit of it, as long as it don't take up the old podcast, otherwise I might just tune out halfway through.
The podcast is regenerating into a Game of Thrones podcast.
Yep.
Oh, okay, see you in like 20 odd weeks then?
Oh, it's going to be what, like 6, I think?
Oh, is that
7.
how...
7.
Wait, it's only like 7, 8 episodes a series or something.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to be feature length. Apparently, there's some Bombad battles. Oh,
okay.
speaking of Bombad, is this the speaking of episode? I
doing
rewatched.
a True
Oh,
special
are you going to
things,
listen to Star Wars somehow? Because I am going to punch you if it is.
I am because I am. No, I read the book Darth Plagueis by James Luceno, which is all about the behind the scenes wrangling and shit that Darth Plagueis and Darth Sidious are getting up to during, before and during the events of the Phantom Menace. And it was a really good book. Really enjoyed it. And I went back and didn't watch the whole thing, but kind of skipped through to watch the good bits of the Phantom Menace. I have to say,
so the Darth Maul fight.
No, this is what I'm getting at. I have to say, it's a lot better than I remember it being.
Right, it actually is.
Yeah, everyone always likes to dislike the prequels, and I still do dislike the prequels.
I jump on the bandwagon of saying their shit just for the japes, but
yeah.
I've always kind of enjoyed them a bit.
I
mean, they're not brilliant, but
I really dislike
they're
how
nowhere near bad.
I really dislike how they were executed.
Okay.
Even when I was a kid, I thought it was stupid that like every character had to be in it. Like Darth Vader built C-3PO, that kind of thing was just stupid.
Yeah, that's just no.
But and nothing is going to excuse the poor direction and bad acting, which is a result of the poor direction. You might hypothesize, but actually the story's pretty good. Like
is the poor direction a sign of the bad acting?
No.
Maybe the actors weigh the director down.
So here's a good anecdote from Peter Serafinovich, who did the voice of Darth Maul.
Okay, yeah.
I think I've told this one before on the podcast. Right? He was sat in the voice booth doing like his audition, and George Lucas came and sat directly behind him and said, "That was good, but could you do it more evil?" Like that's not good direction.
No, it isn't.
But yeah, and there was kind of, oh geez, I've forgotten what it was now. There was like really.
Oh jeez.
Oh jeez, Rick.
Rick.
There was really subtle things in there, like, oh yeah, that's right. The fact that Padme has all her obviously decoys and handmaidens, you can keep track. Obviously, knowing that, having watched it before, you can keep track of when it's Natalie Portman, or I think it was Keira Knightley.
Yeah, it's Natalie Portman, Keira Knightley.
Yeah, you can keep track of who is doing what, when.
What?
And it kind of, what the stuff that they actually say and come out with has a bit more nuance to it, knowing which one of them it is. And it was kind of interesting watching it from that perspective, thinking, actually, there was something to this. The actions and the action scenes in that film are, on the whole, really good.
What are your thoughts on the pod race?
I really liked it.
I always enjoyed it.
It's actually really good fun.
Yeah,
like,
and this is what I'm saying. Like, obviously there's huge problems with the prequels, and I only watched the first one out of the prequels. But when it's good, it is actually good. It is a good film. It's just like the bad things that we've mentioned that are just annoying as a fan to see that kind of thing. Oh,
I always
the racism.
remember enjoying the first one more than the other two.
Yeah, I was going to say, objectively, there's a lot more good things in Phantom Menace than there are in the other two. Like, they use practical effects and actual miniatures. And Ewan McGregor and fucking, what's his face?
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson, Ray Park, fucking... So many good things in the prequels.
So the opening, I thought, was a very good opening to a Star Wars film, and then suddenly, we must stop the Jedi because otherwise they will take all our money because we like to have money. That was, and I was sat there thinking, oh shit, you couldn't do this now, could you?
Wait, was that meant to be the Trade Federation, or was that meant to be Watto?
That was the Nemoid. Well, Watto is the Jewish stereotype, isn't he?
Oh yeah. She can't do that. Shoot her or
with his big nose. And
this is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
And of course, no, we saw bomba da Buddha. That obviously everyone knows that.
Bomba de Jenna.
Oh, I really enjoyed seeing Warwick Davis's character in the pod race scene.
Oh yeah,
because
and had young Greedo in there as well.
Greedo?
Yeah, so Americans putting together his pod race.
Like a child version of him.
Yeah, it's like a little baby Greedo.
Is that actually meant to be Greedo?
Yeah, it's actually meant to be Greedo.
Oh shit, I thought it was just another Rhodian.
No, I think it is actually meant to be Greedo.
Well, how about that?
That was always my headcanon. I remember reading that somewhere. And just like, yep, that's true. That's canon now. And one of the announcers in the pod race is Greg Proops.
It is, yes.
Oh yeah, that I remember hearing somewhere.
That's going to be such an annoying thing to have. Like, have two heads but speak completely different languages.
Yeah. How does that happen?
I don't know. Very difficult schooling.
Yeah.
Well, you need like universal translators or something. Maybe they do.
That's why he had two heads, so he could speak to the aliens and to the humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe because the heads are connected to the same body, they've just got that psychic link, so they know what each other are saying and thinking.
Yeah, probably.
Oh man. But yeah, there you are. That was my
She didn't know the movie,
timely review of The Phantom Menace.
Yeah, I feel like, just to close out my thoughts on Phantom, if I had to change one thing, and only one thing about the prequels, I would have changed Naboo to Alderaan.
Did you watch What If Star Wars Were Good by that guy on YouTube?
Yes, I did.
Because he made that suggestion.
Yeah. Because I think that would change so much, because it would change it to actually give credence to this thing that gets destroyed in the first film.
Yeah.
And it would let us learn more about it.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just feel like...
I've always liked the idea. There's that bit in Attack of the Clones where Dooku says to Obi-Wan, "If only Qui-Gon were here, he would join me." And he says, "There's a Sith Lord in charge of the Republic. You're on the wrong side, Obi-Wan." I always liked the idea that actually Dooku did have noble intentions, and he was legitimately trying to build a better kind of civilization or whatever. That would have been a good angle, I think, but it didn't happen.
Morning angle.
Morning angle.
No luck catching them swans then.
No good luck catching them Sith Lords then. It's just the one Sith Lord, actually.
Always two there are, actually.
Well, nobody tells me nothing.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I'd also recommend the book Darth Plagueis. So it was very good.
Yeah. I have another job interview.
Oh,
you fed up of being Q already?
Not so much fed up.
it's just was it just like a job to get by? It's not really what you'd rather be doing something
Pretty
else.
much. It's just checkouts. So all I'm doing is just scanning stuff through. There's no variety. There's no challenge or anything like that. But I have a job interview for Game.
Oh,
okay.
Which game?
That's much better.
The one in town.
Monopoly. Oh, okay.
A lot of it will probably still be. A lot of it will probably still just be checkout, Rich. But
Yeah, but the
it'll be
difference is-
game-related checkout.
With B&Q, it is literally just taking items and scanning them through. There's nothing else.
You're not even like stock replenishment or anything.
No.
In game, you can help grannies buy Grand Theft Auto for their grandchildren.
Yeah.
Well, actually, if they say it's for their grandchildren, it's legally not allowed to be sold.
You don't know how old
Because even though they're overage,
you don't
the
know
person they are intended to buy it for.
You don't know how old their grandchildren are. I'm afraid that was question one of the interview. I'm going to have to mark you down on that.
Really, for giving a technically correct answer.
Discount on Sword and Shield.
Discount.
Discount.
This is getting out of hand. And now there are two of them. Right. Well, anyway, I think we'll call it an een there. I hope you all at home, dear listener, stroke watcher, stroke reader, have a good een. And if this podcast has enlightened your een, don't forget to subscribe, subscreen, lean. Reen the bean, and send an email to. I gave
and
the
Comin.
I gave the
Cumin Sixteen Dean Berlin.
I gave the wrong email address out last time and had to correct myself from the future. So it's.
I did notice.
It's contact@termco.net. So we'd love.
If you made it this far in the podcast, please. Leave us a comment. Just something saying you made it this far, just so we know that people do actually listen to it, because it would be nice to know.
People can... I mean, I think we've probably given out...
Can you leave comments on the actual podcast version?
Yeah, I think so. But no one really does that, because you just get it in an app, don't you? You don't really go on the website.
Okay.
But you can comment on YouTube. You send us an email. I'd love to have questions and things, although I think we've given our opinion on almost everything in the world so far.
Yeah. Well, give us, challenges to do.
I do have that quiz book I could bash out next time.
Yes. Anything. Yes. We've checked your figures and we agree.
I've got a Doctor Who quiz book, which is classic Doctor Who only.
Ooh, that'll be quite good.
God.
And some of the questions in there, not even I'd be able to just tell you off the top of my head.
Not even you. Wow.
Not even me.
That's
So-
either terrifying or impressive.
So we could bash the butter.
Oh.
That might be it.
Gosh,
There.
boys.
So you think you know Doctor Who? Doctor written DR Who?
Clearly they don't.
Over
That's
1,000
admissible,
fantastic quiz questions. Well, let's just for.
I was going to say, do you want to give us a sample?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have one question only.
Okay, actually, I've got a question that Christian will know because it's not as hard.
Oh, story of my life.
The one I know you'll definitely know is which story featuring the First Doctor takes place entirely inside the TARDIS?
Oh yeah, well, obviously I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is? Don't leave me hanging.
You'll have to tune in next time to find out.